everyone. Welcome back to Sally's Backyard. I'm Sally. Yeah, Happy New Year. I hope you all had a very nice holiday. We did. It was pretty quiet. We just got together with our immediate family, which is just a handful of people. And yeah, we had a quiet New Year's, and so just kind of easing our way into the new year. It's cold here in Ohio right now. It's in the 20s. And we had some snow last night, maybe just a couple of inches, not a lot, but enough just to make everything look pretty. If you remember from Vlogmas, I was working on the Juniper Cowl by Toni Lipsey, and I did finish it right after Vlogmas. I finished it. I still need to weave in two ends. I put a picture on Instagram on my stories, but I'll insert that picture here in just a minute. But here's the finished cowl, and it turned out really nice. It's very warm. The cluster stitches make for a very warm cowl. So, and I used yarn from an Advent swap that I did this year. So that is my Juniper Cowl. So after I finished my Juniper Cowl, I was working on the Kima cardi, and I just wasn't happy with the way it was turning out. It was a bulky yarn. I was using Hue and Me by Lion Brand, but it was huge. I didn't do a gauge swatch, and I should have. So I took that all out and decided to put that yarn in a corner and just let it sit for a while. Just wasn't happy with that. So I moved on to something else, something that I bought the yarn for back in the fall. And I made the Magnolia Cardigan. And this is a crochet project, and I will put a little video in of me modeling it. But I used Knitpicks Brava in the Charcoal Heather colorway, and I love it. It's so comfortable. It's a long cardigan. It fits perfectly. I did a gauge swatch, which I'm so glad I did, and I will do that from now on. This turned out really nice. I'm just really happy with it. This pattern is by Michelle Ferguson. It's a paid-for pattern. It's on Ravelry. It's also on her website, which I believe is called Two Brothers Blankets. So if you want to check it out there. I used an eye hook, 5.5 millimeter to get gauge on this. And I used an H hook just for the ribbing around the sleeves, just so that they weren't quite as wide. Just so that there was a little bit of a decrease here. But yeah, I've been wearing it ever since I made it. I've been wearing it every day. So anyway, this was a great project, and I love it. So the last thing I've been working on is part of a knit along. It's with the Kitchen Sink Shop. And she is on Instagram, and she has her own website. And she is doing a dishcloth make-along for the entire year. So she releases one new pattern a month, and they're free patterns. She started last year. It was her first year of doing the knit-along, and I decided to join in this year. For the second year, last year's patterns were free when she released them, but now she's selling them as a complete set, so you can purchase those. But this year's patterns will be free for the entire year. So this is called Meg's Dress, and she's basing all of the patterns on some of her favorite books. And I'm making this in Lily Sugar and Cream, cotton, and this is let me check real quick what colorway this is. This is light blue. So I'm really enjoying this. This has been a lot of fun. I've learned 2 new stitches, and that's kind of why I'm doing it. I like to give washcloths or dishcloths for gifts. And that's one reason. But the other reason is I want to improve my knitting skills, and I want to learn some new things. And for me, this is perfect because it's on a small project. If I mess it up, it's not, I haven't invested hours and hours of time. But it's been great. It's been so much fun. So I encourage you, if you want to join along in the knit along. I think she's going to have some prizes at the end. But like I said, my goal was basically just to refine and learn some new skills. So yeah, that's what I've been working on. So I want to share a couple of things that I have acquired since the beginning of the year. I really wanted to get a little more organized with my crafting. My mind is all over the place. I want to knit this, I want to crochet that, I want to sew this. And I'm always just jotting down notes, and then I'll forget and I'll go back and go, oh, I wanted to make that, I should do that. So I'm not a big resolution person or anything. I do like to just kind of keep organized. So I bought just a simple notebook on Amazon this was like $5. And in this, I'm keeping notes about my projects. So I have notes written for this cardigan. I wrote down some of the adjustments that I made, and just some notes about how I felt about the project. So if I want to look back, and if I want to make another one, I can see exactly, what I used, how I got gauge, the whole thing. And I know you can put all that on Ravelry, but I'm kind of old school, and I like to write things down and just have it. I can just pick it up and look at it anytime. I don't have to grab my phone. I don't have to grab my iPad. So this has been really helpful for me. So what I've been doing is each day, whatever I'm working on, and not every day, I don't have to write anything, every day. But I just write down, like when I finished this, I wrote just some notes about it, and the yarn I use, the gauge, all that stuff. And the same with the dishcloth. I've just written some brief notes about how I felt about the project, and how I felt about, doing the knit along, and what my goals were for actually doing the knit along. So this has really helped me to stay more organized. I've also used it a little bit for the podcast, just jotting down some notes of what I want to talk about during the episodes and how I want to structure things. So yeah, so if you're thinking about, trying to get a little more organized, just pick up a cheap notebook. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. I've seen a lot of knitting planners, which are fine. I mean, they're really nice. But for me, I'm organized, but I'm not that organized. So basically this is just for my thoughts about my crafting, and just to kind of keep me on track a little better. I had a package come in the mail a couple of days ago, and I want to share that with you as well. And I have one other package that I'm expecting, but I don't think it'll be here until tomorrow. So I'll put that in when I do some recording tomorrow. But I wanted to show you this yarn that I ordered. This yarn is from Fuzzy Fiberz. I've ordered from her before. She has a shop on Etsy. And I will, as always, link her information, and everyone that I talk about, or any patterns or anything, I will link all of those in the description box so that you can find the things that I'm talking about. So yeah, and she's on Instagram and Etsy as well. I think I already said that. Anyway, she was having a big after holiday sale, and I ordered 2 skeins of yarn from her, and these are just gorgeous. I got DK weight because I'm thinking of maybe making a scarf with these, but this is the first colorway. Isn't that pretty? It's a navy blue. She doesn't have these marked with what the colorway name is, but I'll try to find that for you. And then with it, I got this DK weight I don't know if it's showing, but it's a very, very pale blue, almost a gray with dark blue speckles. And the two of these together are so pretty. I just love that. I'm trying to be a little more intentional with my crafting this year. And I've been hearing this on other podcasts as well. Just buying yarn with a purpose, with a project in mind. Buying fabric with a project in mind. So I'm not just buying random skeins of, you know, this or that or the other, because I end up with a lot of beautiful yarn, but mostly they would be for one skein projects. And I'm not really a sock knitter. So I'm trying to be a little more mindful about that. So yeah, so I wanted to show you this. And tomorrow I will show you, hopefully that other package will come and I can show you that. If it doesn't, I'll share it with you in the next episode. I can't believe it's that time of year already. The garden catalogs are arriving. John Scheeper's Kitchen Garden Seeds is my favorite catalog to order from. And I'm already planning my garden for the spring. So are you going to be gardening this year? Do you have any plans? Let me know in the comments. We're going to head out on a little drive today through the country and then through the little town of Troy, Ohio. We are going to get some of Dayton's best, in my opinion, pizza, Marion's. Enjoy the drive. Everyone. So the package that I was waiting to come in the mail yesterday arrived today. So, oh, and here's Riley. He has to say hi. Are you going to say hi? Anyway, the package arrived, but before I show you that, I wanted to tell you a little bit about what's behind me here. This Afghan down here and that throw right there, it's like a table covering. Those were made by my aunt on my mom's side, my mom's sister, and she was an avid crocheter, and she made both of those pieces. And the one at the top, she entered in the county fair and got a blue ribbon for. She hasn't been with us for many years, but it's so nice to have the pieces, some of the pieces that she made in my home. She didn't teach me to crochet, but she was definitely an inspiration for that. So anyway, let me show you what came in the mail today. And this came from Toad Hollow, and they have their own website and they have a YouTube channel. They're also on Instagram. And they have a pretty good following on Facebook as well. They were having an after holiday sale, and I purchased these mini skeins, which will probably go into a blanket. I'm thinking about starting another crochet granny stripe afghan, so a scrappy afghan. So those will probably go into that. They also sell fabric, and I purchased this to make a curtain for my laundry room. I love that print. It's got a very vintage feel to it, and I think that'll be cute. Our laundry room walls are painted light yellow, so I think this will go very well with that. So that was these were the other items I wanted to show you. I want to thank everyone for joining me. If you've been with me for a while, thanks for coming back. And if you're a new subscriber, I really appreciate it. And if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that. I hope you're all well, hope you're all staying safe, and thanks for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you all again next time. Bye, everybody.